The story of China and Taiwan is an unfinished civil war, frozen, yet always threatening to erupt. To understand today's tensions, we must look back to 1949, when Mao's communists established the People's Republic of China on the mainland, and Chiang Kai-shek's nationalists fled to Taiwan, forming the Republic of China. Two rival governments, each claiming to be the true China, set the stage for decades of global ambiguity. Most countries, including the US, recognize Beijing's One China policy, but America also supports Taiwan with arms and strategic ambiguity, never saying if it would defend the island. This balancing act has kept the peace, but the ground is shifting. Beijing, under Xi Jinping, has intensified calls for reunification, modernizing its military and conducting large-scale drills around Taiwan. Each exercise is a warning. China's patience is not infinite. Meanwhile, Taiwan has transformed into a vibrant democracy, forging a distinct identity. Most Taiwanese now see themselves as separate from China and are determined to defend their way of life. This growing divergence has turned a historical dispute into a modern clash of ideologies. The standoff, once about soldiers and ships, is now driven by technology unimaginable when the conflict began. The world is watching as the old rivalry enters a new, more dangerous phase. The stakes are higher than ever with global consequences. The question is no longer if tensions will flare, but how technology will shape the next chapter. The Taiwan Strait is now a flashpoint for the future of democracy, sovereignty, and global order. As both sides dig in, the risk of miscalculation grows. The world's eyes are fixed on this narrow stretch of water where history and the future collide. The next move could change everything. War is no longer just about land, sea, and air. AI is now the ultimate force multiplier. Military planners use AI to process vast data from satellites, drones, and sensors, predicting enemy moves and suggesting actions faster than any human. The side with superior AI achieves decision dominance, the power to see, understand, and act first. In a Taiwan conflict, this speed could mean victory or defeat in hours. AI is also powering swarms of autonomous drones, capable of overwhelming defenses without direct human control. China and the US are racing to master these systems, fueling a new arms race where algorithms, not soldiers, battle for supremacy. As AI shortens decision cycles to seconds, the risk of accidental escalation skyrockets. A misinterpreted signal or glitch could trigger a conflict before leaders can intervene. The fight for algorithmic superiority is now the fight for global security. The Navy that masters AI will control the seas, and perhaps the fate of the Taiwan Strait. The world is entering an era where war could be decided by machines, not men. China aims to lead the AI revolution, fusing it with military power to achieve reunification with Taiwan. Beijing's intelligentized warfare strategy seeks to overwhelm Taiwan and deter US intervention before a shot is fired. AI-driven surveillance gives China near-total awareness of Taiwan's defenses and vulnerabilities. The PLA is developing swarms of autonomous drones and vehicles to saturate and break through Taiwan's defenses. By replacing human soldiers with algorithms, China hopes to lower the political cost of war. The most immediate threat, AI-powered cyber and information warfare, crippling Taiwan's infrastructure and morale before an invasion even begins. Disinformation campaigns would flood social media, aiming to paralyze society and erode the will to resist. China's digital blitzkrieg is designed to win the war before it starts. Taiwan's survival depends on technology, resilience, and asymmetric defense. Constant cyber attacks from China have forced Taiwan to build some of the world's strongest AI-powered cyber defenses. Partnerships with the US and tech giants help protect critical infrastructure and keep society running under attack. Taiwan restricts the transfer of its core technologies to China, guarding its semiconductor secrets. The government prepares citizens to spot disinformation and maintain communication if cables are cut. Every Taiwanese is part of the defense, ready to resist, digitally and physically. Taiwan's message invasion will be met with fierce, unified resistance. At the heart of the US-China-Taiwan rivalry is the semiconductor, the brain of modern technology. Taiwan produces over 60% of the world's chips and 90% of the most advanced ones, making it indispensable. China's ambitions in AI and military tech depend on these chips, but it can't match Taiwan's manufacturing prowess. Gaining control of Taiwan would give Beijing dominance over the global tech supply chain. The US and allies have responded with export controls, blocking China's access to advanced chips and manufacturing tools. China is racing for self-sufficiency, while the US pushes TSMC to build plants abroad. But the most advanced production remains in Taiwan. The battle for chip supremacy is now the central front in the US-China competition. Taiwan is both the shield and the prize. The world's digital future hangs in the balance. A Taiwan conflict would trigger a global economic and technological crisis. If TSMC's foundry shut down, production of nearly every electronic device would halt. Cars, phones, medical equipment, and more. The tech industry would be crippled, and the global economy could lose hundreds of billions. Military systems, jets, missiles, drones, would be paralyzed by chip shortages. The loss of Taiwan's silicon shield would shift the global balance of power. The Taiwan Strait is also a choke point for undersea cables carrying most intercontinental data. War could sever these cables, disrupting global communications and fragmenting the internet. The world would face a digital blackout and a chip famine, an unprecedented collapse of modern systems. The risks go far beyond the battlefield. The fate of the world's technology and stability rests on this small island. As AI takes over military decision-making, we risk losing control of war itself. Algorithms could misinterpret signals and launch attacks in milliseconds, before humans can intervene. Without safeguards and direct communication, the risk of accidental war grows. The AI arms race creates instability, fueling paranoia and the temptation for preemptive strikes. Are we building systems we can't control? Are we ready for machines to decide life and death? Export controls may slow China, but could also accelerate the race. The path ahead is not inevitable, but without global cooperation, AI could lead us into a conflict no one can stop. The future of peace may depend on how we manage the machines we've unleashed.